We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Rivers on the money, complete. 23 yards, the final tally.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
They come out here in the eye.
Right there, 54 Mike. Let's go, tackle, let's go. We got this, we got this.
Going with a big fullback, Watt. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
No gain on the play. Leads to 2nd and goal at the 3-yard line.
They'll try and punch it in. Gordon. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. This Cowboy defense trying to hold him out of the end zone. They've run it to 3rd and goal. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. This Cowboy defense trying to hold them out of the end zone. They've run it to 3rd and goal. They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Taking it in from 2 yards out. For the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here of the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
This one fielded at the 5. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
On 2nd and 10, Prescott. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. Desmond King there on the coverage. Dak and the offense still out there. They are going to go for it.
Under 10. 10. Then we're going to 53. Check 15. Shift. Hey, we go kill. I hope you brought your lunch because I'm about to take you to school. 31's the mic. Let's go. 26.
On fourth, they do snap it to Prescott. He'll let it fly for Austin. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded at the 2. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically in halftime locker rooms, a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or did they think they were just bad plays to call? Yeah. We'll find out pretty quickly here if they felt like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. Prescott now. He finds his man. It's Austin. It's a gain of 16 and the Dallas first down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Prescott on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Joey Bosa able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. To try again after the sack. Prescott under pressure again, and down he goes again. They bring the safety on the blitz, and he busts through to drop him for an 8-yard loss. Third and long for Prescott. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Adrian.
Big numbers, 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, whole team counted, that's a big number.
Hey, foreign cars, foreign seats with the foreign leather. Foreign number, put the card in the ATM in a sad era. Yeah, flex mode, this ain't Southwest, this is jet. I ain't gotta shut the cell off, cause the iPhone don't got a jet mode. Bad being pesto. If you wanna come, let's go. We ain't going nowhere special. I just wanna see Modesto. Hit your throw and I'ma catch those. Mexican, that make pesos.
The NFL is on EA Sports as we come to you from Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson, California. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Baltimore Ravens and our home team. Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And we are underway in Southern California. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
White 90. Black 15. Check. Done.
They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. And they are not going to let him turn the corner. Some serious pressure right out of the gate. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
No check.
So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. And he'll lose yardage here, back to the 15. It goes as a loss of 6. And now 3rd down. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Play fake to Gordon. Now Rivers. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Michael Pierce, in all of his 340-pound glory, gets the sack. Here's Ty Long now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. Returnable for Thomas. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. And the former Heisman winner, this is Mark Ingram. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, Jackson flushed out right. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Thomas Davis. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
They'll start on the ground. This is Gordon on 1st down. He's got the 1st down and more inside the 40. And down to the 28-yard line. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw down that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice gain there. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Next, the receivers helped spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Rivers. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. They'll wind up losing 7 yards on the play. And it'll be 3rd and 10.
Hey, Brown 80. Keep it skinny.
In your face.
Get hot. 48. Get hot.
Working out of the gun, Rivers. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And they stop him short of the first, as he can only get to the 20. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. It would be a very makeable field goal try from here, but instead they're going to go for it.
White, 80 hot.
48's the mic. Check, 48's the
Brown, 80 hot.
Mike, 48.
Get hot.
Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. So on 4th down, on comes the Charger kicker, Michael Badgley. Right hash mark of 42-yard attempt. Badgley's kick is good. And the Chargers grab themselves a 3-0 lead. So he splits the uprights, and has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was good.
Yeah, just like a good three-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away. But they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. On 2nd and 12, Jackson buying time to his left. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced a ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
Throwing is Jackson. Open man is the tight end, Nick Boyle. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Here's Snead as they run the jet sweep. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Tackle made there by the safety, Derwin James.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
From the 41, Jackson forced out to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down. He'd had some success as a runner previously on this drive, just not as much space there that time.
Yeah, this time when he pulled it down, they were ready for him, so I think he's going to have to fling a few in order to open up that running lane again.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And he's got Snead. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Willie Snead, 40 yards, and the Ravens have taken the lead. And a nice job by him to catch the slant and then navigate and break free.
And receivers love slant routes because it gets the ball in their hands so quickly and oftentimes on the move. And when they're on the move like that, then they get to use their best asset, which is usually their speed.
And their speed sometimes, like this instance, can take them into the end zone. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Here we go. Here we go.
Take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Gordon. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10. Now Gordon. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. A loss of 2 there, second down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Rivers pass on target to Hunter Henry. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. Fans, a reminder, I have a note card here that says ad-lib halftime previews. So I guess let's do just that as we'll hand things over to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando when this one reaches halftime. Did I do okay?
You did great. Not a bad job.
Hey.
But, writing down your ad-libs.
If you print it, I'm going to read it. I'm Brandon Gaudin.
Black 11! Wait, 80 high! Behind!
Rivers now to throw on first down. He'll get this to Eckler.
Not only did we just see back-to-back nice gains, but we're also seeing the confidence rise, not just for the guy who caught it, but the guy throwing it as well.
And these back-to-back catches here out of the backfield, that can set something up downfield in a later sequence, right?
A lot of the time, it starts to draw the defense closer to the line of scrimmage. So to your point, show this swing pass, show this check down. Maybe later on you heave one deep when you catch them close to the spot.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Again, it's Rivers. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. On the ground, it's Eckler. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll keep it on the ground. This time it's Gordon. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And all the way down to the 5. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. 1st and goal, Melvin Gordon. And he will get in across the chalk for a Chargers touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Chargers are going to retake the lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the lead is now 10-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at the 3. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
Let's go.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And you figure, Charles, they have enough time here in the first half, more than a minute, to put a drive together, at least get them in position to try a field goal.
Yeah, they've got all 3 timeouts at their disposal, so I'm actually thinking bigger. With those 3 timeouts, that amount of time on the clock, I'm thinking about trying to get a touchdown and settle for a field goal.
Wide, get wide. Off.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. A big play there just before halftime. 63 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
They'll run here with Ingram. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. And now he'll tuck it and run. He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a 3rd down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. This Charger defense continuing to hold the line. Now it's a 3rd and goal situation. Jackson from the shotgun. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Willie Snead. As the first half is winding down, and the Ravens have once again taken the lead. And oh, he missed it. It's no good. And that will keep this a 3-point game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
We got this.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Play action now. Rivers. He's got a man, complete. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Final play of the half, Rivers. For Keenan Allen, that's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these 2 teams as we come back for this 2nd half. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the 2nd half. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendency.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Melvin Ingram dropping the hammer off the edge. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. Steps away to his left. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down. Here we go on 4th down with Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Joey Bosa and the Chargers will get the football back in excellent field position.
Check, 380, 390. Watch the slip. Hey, 79, 79. X3, 218, chopper. Wait, 89.
They'll try and get the ground game going. Here's Gordon. And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. This is Gordon as they go to him again. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Rivers sets up the screen to Gordon. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. Rivers with a 1st and 10. And he's hit on his first 9 passes now in the ball game. Now a 10th carry for Melvin Gordon. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. After seeing that, maybe time to go back to some downfield throws here.
Yeah, anything. Change it up because the teams that win, the best teams, they're the ones that make adjustments. Doesn't mean you can't come back to what you thought you could get done. Sometimes when you open things up a little bit, you can get back to what you wanted to do before.
On 2nd down, Eckler. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. Continues to be a struggle for this offense and this home crowd. They're growing a little restless here in the second half.
And I think they've just got to look at how they're trying to move the football. Yeah, you want to run it, but maybe you spread it out, maybe some swing passes that can take the place of runs and give you a little more space.
On the end around, here comes Williams. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Call it a gain of 5, 4th down now.
Anytime the offense shows what they call a shot play or a chunk play where they're trying to get big yardage, sometimes people just call it gadget plays, and you hold it to a gain that we just saw there, you feel pretty good about yourself as a defense.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through. And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at the 40. They'll fake the give to Ingram. Now Jackson. Flush to his right. He's going to take off with it. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Throwing again on second down. Jackson, he's going deep for Brown. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made.
Come on, fellas.
It'll be first and goal when we come back. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. A field goal could get them the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on first and goal. They'll look to run with Ingram. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. From the 2 now, second and goal. Play action. It's Jackson. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Joey Bosa picks up his second sack of the afternoon. Well, they've been so good on third down all day long. Can they convert another here on third and goal? From the gun, it's Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. Taking it in from 11 yards out. And they're able to break the tie and move out in front here in this fourth quarter.
That's a tough one there defensively because look at the stops they got on first and second down, and it's first and second and goal. And then on third down, they cover the receivers, but they leave an alley open for him to find, and he does. That is frustrating. You do almost everything right, and he still ends up in the end zone.
Tucker with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6.
Ready! Black 15! Get in the way! Behind! Load it! Load it!
Off the play fake here, Rivers. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Keenan Allen, the intended receiver. And that takes us from second to third down.
Ground 80! Hey, Delta! 6-man. Check curls, check curls, check curls. Behind! Mike 48. It's a party now! It's a party now! White! Ground 80! Hey, ready! Behind!
From the gun, Rivers. And that will be incomplete. The former first-round pick Marlon Humphrey there to get a hand on it.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. He was trying to get that one to Allen that time.
Okay, it was fourth down, but you still had time here in the fourth quarter. Instead, they make the decision to go for it in their own side of the field, and this ball winds up getting intercepted.
And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. Joey Bosa getting him once again his third sack of the afternoon. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. They go play action now. Jackson. And he is going to be run down. What a disaster there. A huge loss. Joey Bosa. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. From the gun, Jackson. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On is the punter, Cook, who sends it away. Fielded at the 33. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. On the screen, this is Eckler. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Rivers to throw. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Onwuasor. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. The intended receiver there, Allen. This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Now, the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. Again, they'll run with Ingram. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on 3rd down. They'll try to run for the first with Ingram. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as it comes with exactly 1 minute to go in the football game. Here's Justin Tucker now for the Raven field goal try. This to make it a 2-score game. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. So barring something extraordinary here in the closing stage.
It over there yet. It can be done, but boy, it's going to be a little bit of a stretch for him, isn't it?
Yeah, they would have to move incredibly quick and have some luck, too.